out and about and hanging out with a friend, planning for next week's moon ceremony. If you don't know, I'm Krystal Sparkle from Ability to Be Awesome. I usually do a lot of My Little Pony content at different conventions we travel to. I did not go to TrackCon. I'm grateful we didn't go to TrackCon, but I did go and check out a book fair that weekend, and this is the final aspect of the books that I hauled that week. So let's get started. I'm in the journey of collecting over 1,000 books for my personal library. I am trying to thrift them or rehabilitate them. A majority of these books actually were books from the Kenosha Public Library that were donated. I got them for like $1 each. So some of them, I tried to grab things that were above a 4 on Goodreads, but then my Goodreads app crashed. So then I just started grabbing titles that I thought looked interesting. I need to go back and figure out what they are. Let's start with what's in front of me. The first thing is The Pawn of Franken. It is one of the older books that I got. I like that it still has the library card, and I think it's really interesting. It was from 1970. Nobody ever checked it out, or they got it in 1970. This is the last one from 1978. So, and I tried my best to rehab them. The worst part was like the security codes couldn't be done, and then I had to remove a lot of tape. But this is my personal library. I figure I can anoint them, write them however I want to enjoy them for my own personal pleasure. I'm not really sure. I've never heard of the series. It's an older book. I like the quality of it. I like the heft of it. I guess it's the second in a series. I don't know. But I like what kind of drew me into The Age of Enthusiasm and Claim, Once and a Future King, and The Fellowship of the Ring, and is in the process of reviewing Miss Dundee must surely rank as one of the most outstanding practical interlinking novels of exotic. So she's comparing herself to like Lord of the Rings legend, and I don't know where this book stands, but I'd be interested to find out more. The next one I actually really find adorable. It's a really short little book, Wheeling in Year. It's a poetry book. From what I remember, I really love that it's a short book, less than 100 pages, 77, so I could read this in like a day. And just so you know, this month for August, I'm reading every day, and every page I read, I'm donating like a penny to the Cancer Society. So I don't know if you guys are interested in doing stuff like that. I love Cancer Soft. That is so cute. I hope you are well, my friend. Thanks for popping by. I missed you and your family so much. This was what I was most excited for at the book fair, and it was like one of the shorter books as well. I love Connie Wallace. She does a whole time traveler series. 2 of my favorite books are set in World War II, like in London during the Blitz, and like how time travelers like caused a issue and may have broke the system. This is another one of her books, but it's not related to that series, but I grabbed it as soon as I saw her name. 97 pages. It does have a stamp in it, but I don't care. Like, it made me so happy. I really like the artwork on it. Very witchy vibe. I like all the horoscope stuff on the back, and then the crystals on the front. So I'm very excited to read this book. Connie Wallace, the master of science fiction novelette. And then it mentions some other ones that I've never heard of. Inside Job takes place on a permanent shelf that a tale of spiritualist, sanctuary skeptic, and a lad that just might be able to rise above all. I really am looking forward to reading this. It was written in 2005, so hopefully it's a good one. Another smaller book is called October. I've never heard of this book before. I love you. Thank you so much for coming by. Well, thanks for saying that. I love everybody. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. This one is... I don't know what this is about. When Zodi Widdicombe burst into a literary scene in 1987 With a now classic You Can't Get Lost in Cape Town, she was instantly recognized as an essential voice for South African deportals, hailed by her literary contemporaries Toni Morrison and M.J. Kazin. I don't know. Where's the part about what the book's about? Now with a full heart, when returned to... I don't know, jumping around. I guess it's about somebody that lived in Scotland and is returning to South Africa, where she has been living for 25 years. She lived in Scotland. This person returning to her homeland in South Africa to find her family overwhelmed by the alcoholism, secret poise between her life in Scotland and her own life in South Africa as she recollects the past and keen sense of irony as she searches for an ideal of home. October is brilliant, plummeting emotional limbo of a woman who's isolated and decriminate. Pardon about my cat. Oh, it's okay. Sometimes they're mean. You can stop reading. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just killing time. This one, actually, my friend Trisha recommended. I don't remember what it's about. I think it was a mystery kind of thing. So I don't even think this one we got at Goodwill, but I just no, it was at the book fair. Trisha saw it and she's like, you have to read this. The thing that frustrates me about this one is I think it's like the third in the series or something, so I'm jumping in. It's a Victorian mystery, Strangled in Paris. I think it'll be a good read. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of pages, 300. Figured worst case scenario would become a book club book. Yeah. A mysterious young woman is rescued by an anonymous after a deadly shipwreck in Paris. A few months later, the body of a well-dressed woman in a velvet mask is found in Paris with a strangle. Okay. Mystery. Sounds cool to me. And if you're coming by, feel free to say hi. Feel free to talk to other people. A lot of times people are here from the Tuber Chat family. I love the Tuber Chat family. You guys are my biggest supporters and my biggest friends. And I always try my best to go and check you guys out too. I will continue to post pony stuff once I get more in the right mind frame. We are kind of cutting back from doing as many conventions this year. Our next convention actually will be Cider Fest. My goal is to try to post Windy City 2023 before Cider Fest. Another series I want to wrap up is BabsCon 2023. Or not 2023, 2024, and then 2025. I started posting some of it. I have 2 videos I'm just, like, not posting. They're ready to go. I just haven't put them up. I have a lot of mixed feelings about BabsCon. We did not go to TrotCon this year. Instead, I went to a book fair where I got all these amazing books. Judgment of Approximate. Okay. I think this was kind of a worry book. Yeah, Robert E. Lee makes a desperate, dramatic gamble. And it fails. Veteran armies clash around Petersburg, Virginia. As Grant seeks surrounding to Lee, Lee makes a skillful withdrawal in the night. Richmond falls. Each day brings a new combat and more casualties. So it's a historic... Hello! Hey, Bud Files! Follow the Bud Files. They are so awesome. They share a bunch of different creators, and they're always sharing their adventures and trying new things. They are the most interesting family. I am in the background, guys. I know I don't comment a lot anymore. It's just... I wish I got more notifications. Lord of the Congo? I remember it had a good rating, and that's why I got it. I don't even remember when this was written. But this is what I mean. They all say Kenosha Public Library. I kind of want to research how to remove ink. Just to see if I can, because a lot of these books are really in good condition. Other than the fact that I would remove the security code. And you can kind of tell because I ripped it. I tried sanding the paper so you can tell as much. And then I also tried sanding the book so you can tell where the tape was removed. But these are for my own personal collection. I don't think I would ever resell these. If I did, it would either go to, like, a little library in my community, which Fox and me want to build one this fall. I kind of got the feeling this was like fairy tale lore of the Congo, at least that was my understanding. A decade before Columbus set sail for the New World, Portuguese explorers seek a route that allows for a southern tip of Africa to the Indies and discovering the Congo. To their astonishment, the vast, rich land of many times bigger than Portugal is ruled by a fierce warring tribe, sophisticated land, wealthy enough to score trade with the Portuguese, and brought them forth to barter with the natives as a present to their chief. In fact, the Congo lacks in the struggle to come with the Portuguese with the arm fire. Oh good. The ability to read and write, the military regime. These shortcomings were enough to the doom of them. Wow. Based on lore, real historic event, The Lord of the Congo is a story of a young Portuguese paper pages of a cabin boy. Oh, that's cool. So I'm looking forward to this one. We got Funny Snowman. Hello. Sorry if I'm not talking too much to the camera. I'm just trying to get through these books. Nowhere's the Place. I don't remember why I like this one. In my defense, it was like 100 degrees. I don't remember what the rating was with this one, but I remember the rating one with this one was really, really bad. So this one's called An Echo Chamber, and I like the art on it. Isn't that cool? I love the color. I'm like, oh, this is the coolest book I've seen. It got like a 2.5 review on Goodreads. I don't even remember what it's about, but I was like, oh no. I think it's also like a part 2 of something. It's about in the 1950s, which is a good decade that I like learning about. I don't know. Like, even reading I think it's a pretty book. I just like the color, and then I like the color of this one too. And this was inspiring a journey from tragedy and self-discovery. Life is magic. It's like an autobiography about some magician I've never even heard of. But I figured it would be interesting, but I like the colors. So I figured if I ever started just separating my books by colors, I have a good... This is my favorite color, this bluish teal. I don't know how people separate their books. Like, I right now I'm kind of doing it in sections. I'm, like, going through all my books. I'm out of bookshelves. That's the other part that's driving me nuts. Here's the paperback I could not rehab for the life of me, but I like the topic. Humans, the Evolution, and the Dawn of Technology, Making Silent Stone Speak. I thought it sounded interesting. I think it's about fossils. So I was all about, oh look, there's more security tags. So I know I won't be able to rehab this, but I figure I would check it out. It's like under 400 pages, about $3.25. I would try it for a bit. If I hate it, I would just put it in the lending library. This is the book about Irish. I thought it was really cool. It's not on Goodreads. I had to scan everything in, and then they rejected my picture. But the cool thing about this book is somebody put a card in it. And it's just like an empty card. It's for the Jame Mckelsey Homestead in Deaton, Illinois. But I thought that looked so cool. And I love when I find cool things in books, so... I don't know. I think they were using it as a bookmark, but I figured that was cool. But yeah, Goodreads, everything couldn't even label this. Here's another one that I struggled to rehab, but the topic was really interesting and got me really excited. It's called The Beauties of Verb, the newest poetry of disability. It's a bunch of different poetry. I actually really look forward to this one. I almost wonder if I was supposed to read it in college, or I kind of, like, as soon as I saw the cover, I had, like, a memory of it. So then I got really excited, like, oh, I really look forward to it. The thing that sucks about it is this one has water damage. I tried sanding it, but the water damage goes in too deep. So that sucks. But the book overall is doing well. Nobody wrote in it. But I figured it would be something for my personal... This one was another one that was really hard to... It kind of like... I don't know if you can tell. Water damage. I think it's a romance novel. I can't wait to just throw this in like a free book thing. I have no interest in ever reading this book. So that's the first section. Now we're getting to the big bag. This bag is huge. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. We went through 14 books so far. So this is lucky number 15. Hello! Package of cards. I don't remember. Author of the Tiger Lily. But like I said, a lot of them were old library books. I couldn't always rehab them to the best of my abilities. I tried. But here's another example of the tape that destroyed the library book. All these had plastic coverings around the book jacket, but I took them off. I'm not that excited about this one. Like, I don't remember. I think it just, okay, again, it was like over 90 degrees in the sun outside. So then I just started scanning books, and if it had ratings higher than a 4, I threw it in the wagon. Like, my goal is to, I wanted to collect 100 books at that fair, but I think I barely got 50, and then I went to Goodwill to get the other half. But hello, funny man. This is the political book. The End of Utopia, Politics and Cultures in the Age of Apathy. I remember picking this up and Trish gave me a dirty look like, why? In The End of Utopia, noted social critic and historian Russell Jacoby take on a sobering look in the future of politics and does not like what he sees. Jacoby agrees that utopianism, engaged in the social and political changes, is obsolete. But unlike these critics, he does not celebrate the result of Trumpy realism and practicality. This is so wordy. How did this get over a 4? I'm wondering if this is one of the books I just kind of grabbed, like, oh, maybe. And plus it was like under 200 pages, I think. Yeah, 224. And that's with all like the resources. So many resources. So 200. These are still the resources. Oh my god. So 181, and then like 20 pages of resources. Nobody cares about that. Oh, this one I was really excited about because it's like a historic fiction. It's about one of the Morgan sisters, I think. Hundreds of years after her death, remains one of the most enigmatic and notorious women in history, born in scandal. Yeah, I just remember reading this thinking, oh, that's so wild. I really love history type books. I like, it's fiction, but it feels historical, so that's something I can look forward. And I really like the cover. I really tried hard to rehab it. It had the sticker right here. It still got like stickiness to it. I keep using nail polish remover to remove the stickiness, but I don't know how well it's doing that. It's probably the wrong thing to do. If you have tips of rehabbing books, I would love to know more. I think it's just been kind of a play and learn as we go type of thing for me. This is A Pocket of Karma. I just like the name. I remember I saw this and I'm like, that goes in the cart. I don't remember what it got on Goodreads. This is like from 1993. Investigator of State Bar, California does not usually involve herself in cases of missing persons. That is not until the best secretary of every boss can dream. What the heck is this? Deborah was smitten with a rough kind of LA nightlife and nocturnal play. Oh my god, what am I reading? Hard rock boyfriend. What is this? Pocket full of karma, apparently. I don't know. Part of me wonders how many of these books I'm ever gonna read. I had a really good lunch date with one of my friends today, and I was telling her how I was forcing myself to read this book last night, and I'm like, oh, it was so bad. But I just kept going with it. And she's like, why do you do that? If you don't like it, delete it. Just stop. Don't waste your time. I'm like, but I started it. I feel like I have to finish it. I can't judge a book by its cover. She's like, if you get 100 pages in, you can judge it all you want. I don't remember what this book was about. Another historic type book. Defenders of the Faith. I don't know. I remember looking inside it and there's some pictures in it. Let me see if I can find some. There's just random pictures of kings and queens. But there's this one picture in it that made me think of whatever, the weird, like, Mud City aspect, like, the weird rod sky things. I'm like, oh, what is this of? And then now I realize it's just a mask. Whatever, I picked it. And then we got a big one here. Oh my god. I hope this is not a retread. This book is huge. This book is over 800 pages. This book is huge. I don't even know what the rating was. I don't think it was very good. 899 pages. Oh, did it hit 900? These are all stuck together. Ah. Did it hit 900? 902. Well, they made the that is a big book. The Distant Lands. The Distant Land evokes the landscape of Gone with the Wind. That's what suckered me in. Excels in the striking modern psychology portrait of a heroine in innocent, complex sensitivity and dangerous. Well, that's not even a complete sentence. Oh, I'm doomed. Mother arrived from Georgia from England in 1850. They seek refugees in a wealthy relative divine from their time between 3 family homes. Dimwood Plantation, a mansion in Savannah, and the estate in Virginia. Immersed in the southern... There's going to be a lot of slavery in this. I don't know how to feel about this, but I was just, like, enthralled with how many pages this book was. And the cover. The cover is what did me in. Like, I would joke with Fox, I want a porch. I want a big, giant porch. And doesn't that kind of look like the porch in Forrest Gump? Is that right? Or is that Gone with the Wind? I don't know. Comment below if you're seeing this in the future and let me know what you think. Here's another one, but it's soft covered and I couldn't rehab it, so I was pretty annoyed, but I tried really hard. What is this even called? Oh, it's got such... The Elixir of Mortality. I think I was enthralled with this one because it made me think of... Oh, God. Mckelsey. So, yeah. But I couldn't rehab it, so it's one of those paperbacks that I just do not care for. I have a love-hate idea. Okay, so I collected all of the Stephanie Plum series, the Number series, and I love that series. I don't know who the heck this woman is, but every time I see the letters, I want all the letters. I'm like, did she ever even finish the series? Or is this series any good? Like, is this even worth? A is for alibi, B is for burglar, C is for corpse, D is for deadbeat, E is for evidence, F is for fugitive, G is for gumshoe? Whatever. H is for homicide, I is for innocent, J is for judgment, K is for killer. And I kind of want all the letters, or at least all the letters to spell my name. I wonder if it's any good. Because how many letters are in the alphabet? 23? No, there's got to be more than that. I'm not counting. How many letters are... I think there's a few. Hey, Fever! Watching me be silly, I'm sure. There are so many books, Fever. Help. I got this one for my book club. I thought they would like it. It has something to do... The 86 is a novel. Something to do about somebody having AIDS. The 86, slang for ejected and killed, is about B.J. Rothen, who has vowed to find himself a boyfriend in the end of the 1980s if it kills him. It's about B.J. in the 1986 as AIDS prevails in its world, attacks his friends, and acts tricks to make him totally paranoid, shockingly frank, biting, satirical, ultimately moving in its contrast pre-AIDS, post-AIDS, gay life, contemporary urban. 86 is also about the difficulties in maintaining a long-term relationship with a person of a suitable sex and appropriate species. That can't be right. S-P-E-C-I-E-S. Appropriate species. I can't read. I try really hard, and that's part of the reason why I do this. How to maintain composure and humor in the face of devastation circumstances, including bad haircuts, appalling sex, and mortal illness, insanity, dementia, and bad. I wonder if this is going to be a really hard read for me in some aspects. I have a lot of like Catholic relations and Catholic clergy, yeah, and both spiritual and physical, sex in unusual places. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting, but I really want to pick this for my book club just to torture them. I think some people will appreciate it. I know Trisha's gonna be like, why? But I don't know, we're gonna talk about it, and maybe they will veto it, and sometimes they do veto things. Eden. Why did I pick this one? I don't remember this one at all. Eden is no paradise. It's a rural community in which Aloha and Mark, estranged urban escapees, reared their 2 young children in separate homes under a resentful scrutiny of Ronnie, Mark's adolescent daughter, against the rich paranoia of Eden's old-timer and newcomer. I don't know why I picked this book. I think I probably thought it was about, like, religion, and then I got confused. It's a fiction. It's a big boy. I don't know how many books. Not quite 900, but it's not quite 500, so it is, I don't even know, papers, 586? Oh, I'm sorry, 486. I don't know, Eden. I picked this one just for the name, the Foxwalk. I think it's about a girl coming of age. I don't know why it's called the Foxwalk. An 8-year-old in 1915 when her parents leave her with her autocratic grandmother in Beldavid, a beautiful old house in the southern of Ireland, lonely and homesick and living in rigid, old-fashioned household where more is said than spoken. Alice is forced to piece together her world from overhearing conversation, servant gossip, and her own quiet observation. Ellen comes to love Ireland and considers Bay David her home. As she comes to understand her family's privilege is maintained at a cost of others, based on prejudice, exclusion. I don't know. I wanted it for the name. That's it. And I think it had a pretty good review on Goodreads, so I thought, why not? A lot of it was yeeted into the, like, wagon just based on it had a good enough review. This one had a terrible review when we found out later. Trisha's like, yeah, get it. It's about doll collections around the United States. And Trisha's like, oh my god, road trip, we should do that. I'm like, this book was probably wrote in the 80s and these places don't even exist anymore. I wonder if Annabelle's in here. If Annabelle's in here, it doesn't even make sense anymore because she's probably not even where they claim it is. Is there a contact? Nope. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping they would just be like, and this is where the scariest doll in the world is. Not in New Orleans, owned by Matt. Some comic ended up buying the, like, crazy Annabelle doll in the museum. But there's a whole section on Wisconsin, so that'll be fun. I thought this was interesting. It's called Tracing Your Family's History. I'm not very good at geography at all, or geology. I just figured it was interesting and grabbed it. It's like 200 and something pages. Figured I'd check it out. Actress in the House. I liked the cover. I thought she looked very classic. But then I removed the sticker and made a hole. So this is going to a free library if I ever reject it, but I was intrigued. I don't even remember what it was about. It was like 432 pages. The English version. We got Fever popping in and same thing. They got a full set. Ooh. Sounds good to me. I will look for it. Thank you, Fever, for the recommendation. But yeah, then there's this. The Griffins are live. Go say hi to them too. I'm fine with that. I don't even know how many books we got anymore. I lost count. I'm getting tired. My Dreams of You. I thought it was an interesting cover. I like the art. I don't remember. And I'm just grateful all these books are in English somehow. This one, it's 500 pages exactly. Wow. Hailed by critics, embraced the legend of reader. Are You Somebody? And the accidental memoir of Dublin women. I don't know. This person, travel writer based in London, office nearest thing she has to home. Her colleagues are her friends and her family. A quick series of blows stripes away, prompt her life, revealing a painful course of her refugees in existence as she faces the frightening imperative of change. In her crisis, she turns to a new kind of writing, dedicated to investigating a story about relationships so passionate it burns its way across the barriers, class, and culture. True stories of long-known fragments. The scandalous affair between a wife of an English landlord and the Irish servant of Ireland in 1850, years marked by a devastation potato famine. I have no idea what this book is about. It doesn't even have the back, like this is a historian or fiction or anything. I'll have to look it on Goodreads and see what they say. Rose in the Storm. I think this was about a dog. It was a shorter book. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know. Yeah, it's like 213 something pages. Rose is determined to keep focus of the sheep out of danger, protecting other creatures on the farm that she calls home. But all of those look after her, since coming to the farm was a puppy. It's Sam, the farmer, who she watched most carefully. What? Okay. Rose and Sam struggle into a snowy, dark day to do their work. Even observant, Rose sees the changes in her master of late. And ever since Sam's wife disappeared in a day... Oh, what is this about? I don't know. Here's this. My main reason for wanting to do this tonight, so I can put them on my bookshelf. They've been, like, sitting in a bag, and I'm sick of looking at this bag. This bag is overwhelming. A Woman of Independent Means, a novel? I don't know. Oh, that's right. I had to cut this out because they, like, had some missing pages. That's why they got rid of it. It looks like a bunch of letters, so I figured that'll be interesting. The Cuckoo Child. This sounds horrible. The Cuckoo Child. I don't know, The Cuckoo's Child. Team Yankee. More war books. Oh, a novel of World War III. Yeah, this will be wonderful. When was this written? This was published in 2016? I don't know. It'd be interesting to know if it's any good. But World War III. Let's see if there's psychic. Okay. Searching for JFK. I like collecting books about the president. This is not even about the president. This is about his brother. So let's try that. There were 2 JFK books. I think this was the other one. Robert Kennedy, To Seek a Newer World. These are, like, first editions, too, I think. But, like, they're library books. When this book originally went on sale, it was $4.95 in 1967. I wonder how much money that would have been back then. I don't know. But 1967. The Fire of Gods. 11th century Japanese. The capital of Kyoto is plagued by an unexpected fire. A panic threatens to break out, but the government official has his own problem to worry about. His ailing wife is expecting a child. He lost his job to a political appointee, and when he tried to confront a nobleman who was responsible for his dismissal, however, ends up the suspect in his murder. With no income and a growing family to support, he desperately plunges into investigation of a crime and aided by his faithful servant, Toro? I don't know. Okay. Humans. I think this was just kind of about, like, the history of... It's a science book, I think. Hard science fiction. Oh, well, fine. Rise above the fact and phenomena. What is this even about? Humans. I like sciencey type books, so we'll see. It's like 360 pages. We're getting towards the end. Oh, this one. This one has a cat. How can I not love a book about a cat? Darwin. And it's a shorter book, too, so hooray. It's 181 pages. Standing very still in the middle of the group, WT3 held a gray cube in the palm of his hand. Slowly, the kingster began to circle him. The game. What is this about? I thought it was about a cat. Where's the cat? False advertising. There is no cat. I would read the whole book and be mad the whole time. Where's the cat? I like this one. Look at the cover. I don't even know what it's about. They have always been among us. Oh God. Telepathy, possessive higher powered mind have been called metaphysics, but they have been fewer and far between in their abilities weakened erred until now. Humans evolved, making a quantum leap. All over the world, people are beginning to be born with extraordinary minds. Some of them are geniuses, and some of them are very ordinary, but all of these metaphysical operants have mind power that normal human beings considered amazing and dangerous. Intervention paints the events of Homo Superior in a broad, colorful chronicle beginning in 1945 and accumulates in 2013. When was this written? It was written in 1987. 2013. That's a weird place. That was the year I got married. And this character impels many high... I don't know. Avoiding nuclear annihilation. This book is scary. I'm excited! Let's read that. We're getting down to the end of it. Oh my God. I don't even know how many books are here. Did you keep count? Because I sure as heck didn't. We are down the last few ones. We got Zen, which is about rock gardens, which I thought would be cute, and it's really short, so I can read this in like an hour. 95 pages, but there's lots of pictures. We got Long Gone Daddies, a novel. I thought it was cute. Some nights we have a road to ourselves and the radio singing us. We play our shows and tear our ass out. Tonight was a little dive bar in a town we took in East Motherless? But we played no matter. We rocked out then and we rolled. Sound check of Fury. I don't know what this is about. I think it had a good review. Then there's this book. This book was awful to rehab. There was a sticker here. You can still feel it. There was a sticker up here. There was a sticker back here. I worked so hard at rehabbing this book, it's not even funny. And then it's sticking. whatever. It's called Bernard Knight. Oh, maybe this is a noble outlaw. The author's last name is Knight. Cool. $11 or 1195. A mummified corpse hidden in the rafters. Sir John D. Wolfe, county coroner, is summoned to investigate. Richard D. Ravel, Sir John's brother-in-law, founder of the school, immensely tried to blame Nicole D. Alcone, a young outlaw knight living in the rough of Dartmoor. This sounds like a lot of words. But is he really the killer? I wonder how well it did on Goodreads. But I worked so hard on rehabbing this book. You have no idea how hard I rehabbed this book. And this was the highlight of my day. Do you know this series? Have you seen The Winter Heart? Do you know what series this is? Take a guess. This is part of The Wheel of Time. This is, I think, one of the last books. This is the 9th book. I don't know how many books there are in The Wheel of Time. I don't know anything about The Wheel of Time. I know it's a long series, and I keep looking at... They have a box set on Amazon of all The Wheel of Time, and I'm like, I should totally buy that. And this one is so bad, it's like shedding out. But I figured, okay, this one's like almost, 650 pages? And yes, it's the 9th book. I figured if I can get through this, then I would consider reading the Wheel of Time series. And that is all the books that I got from the book fair. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Are we missing some? There's supposed to be like 50 books here. I'm counting 49. Whatever, guys. It's been a long day. I'm so grateful for you checking this out. I promised you more pony content is coming. We are so looking forward to Ciderfest. I plan on posting Windy City, the remainder of BabsCon, and apparently HarmonyCon. I totally forgot I had HarmonyCon. I did not go to TrotCon this year. I'm very sorry. Please go check out the people that actually did. I need to go check out some of my friends that did it. I support my friends that tried, but yeah, it wasn't for me. I went to a book fair. This is what I did. But missed you guys. I hope you are well. Remember, you have the ability to be awesome. Bye, guys.